strip it, twitch it, twitch it. Easy, twitch, twitch, little twitch, 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 twitch. Little fish. All right!
Yeah!
There he goes. Under the boat. Clear?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, finally stay stuck, huh?
The eerie morning mist rises from the river of grass like the ghostly smoke from some primordial campfire. Created in 1947 as the first national park, preserved solely for its abundant flora and fauna rather than scenic or historic values. The Everglades is a shallow freshwater river 50 miles wide that nourishes one of Florida's most significant and fragile saltwater nurseries. Central to that is Florida Bay, the largest body of water within the Everglades National Park, which provides more than 800 square miles of shallow grass flats, essential for sustaining the food chain. From its vast grassy prairies to its thick mangrove hammocks, here is a land as tranquil in beauty as it is serene in its mystery. Like a modern-day Huck Finn growing up in South Florida, the Everglades was Rob Fordyce's playground. He spent his life exploring its tangled waterways and unlocking its secrets. And now he makes his living sharing what he's discovered.
Do you feel at times that you're a modern-day version of Lewis and Clark with all the adventuring that you can do back here still?
When I was learning this area, that was the big high that I got, was breaking into new country. You know, God, I finally got past this point. Look at all these bays that I found. You know,
what am I going to find today?
Yeah, what's beyond those bays? And it was neat. And learning that in those bays there was fish as well made it even better.
Are there still areas that you can explore and research that are new for you, or have you pretty much covered what there is to cover in this area?
There's always things to learn every day you go fishing. But as far as countryside by boat, I've been to 99% of it anyway.
Where do you foresee us seeking out today?
Hopefully, we're going to look around for some big tarpon. There was a lot around, but we had a little cold snap, so the water's a little cold. If we can't manage to jump a poon, then we're going to probably look for some snook.
Cool. I've only cast maybe a handful of snook in my lifetime, but the P word, the papoon word, always gets me pretty excited. So
yeah, me too.
So that'd be cool.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Here we go.
When his childhood dreams of a professional baseball career were derailed by injury, Rob switched career tracks to his lifelong love of fishing and quickly established himself as one of the sport's rising young stars. As a 17-year-old amateur, he guided himself to the prestigious South Florida Met Tournament's Master Angler Award. And within the first 3 years of becoming a professional guide, his anglers won the 3 biggest tarpon tournaments in the Florida Keys: the Gold Cup, the Ladies Gold Cup, and the Don Holly Invitational. Although I'm most comfortable chasing tarpon with a fly rod, Rob suggested we initially start this day blind casting with plugs, and I quickly learned why you never second guess the best in the business.
So even though you don't see a lot of fish in here, there's some resident fish. Hey,
There you go.
Rob, look at this!
Hit him.
Woo!
Got a nibble, baby.
Whoa, baby! You
Good
gotta
job.
be kidding me!
I told you to keep looking for a bust. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Especially at the end of my line. Woo! I cannot believe it! I was ready for another mackerel bite.
Good fish, too.
I can't believe he stayed on, you know?
Yeah, you look surprised when you set the hook.
Surprise, that came out of my skin.
He didn't make any huge deal when he bit. You just felt a bite, right?
It just came tight.
Yeah, yeah. Usually you'll see a big boil or a bust or something.
But I haven't seen any tarpon in here, but you know, that little mackerel bite.
There's one. They surprise you sometimes.
That was way cool. I'm now a spin man. Well, this is the first tarpon I've ever hooked with a plug.
Well, you know that one thing about the plug, like you said, we haven't seen a fish in here.
You can cover some area.
You can cover the ground and see if they're here or not. If they're not showing, which they sometimes don't do.
This is a nice fish.
That fish is 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more. He's growing.
Oh, I'm so excited.
If he goes under the motor, just put your...
This is way magical.
They don't fight.
First fish of the year. How exciting is this? Come on up, buddy. I want to see him jump again. That is just so awesome.
You can, if he'll let you. Try and get him back up.
You're getting ready for battle, aren't you?
Putting on my gloves.
You're gonna put those muscles to use. This is
I think he just figured out something's not right.
I've always wondered what it would be like to catch these with plugs, because with the treble hooks, I heard that they throw it so many times.
Right.
Is this just lucky that it stay tight?
Well, I think it depends a lot on how the fish are eating and what they're used to eating. You know, around the bridges and the Keys, those fish are used to eating shrimp and crabs a lot, and they just come up and sip those in. You know, where here they're eating more mullet than anything. They really crash them.
And that's when they get stuck a little bit better.
Right. I'm not cranking up. I'm just putting this down for drag.
I couldn't believe it when he came out of the water. I was expecting a little mackerel burst, you know? Yeah, there's your mackerel, Andy.
Good.
Yeah, baby.
Jump in your tennis shoes.
How awesome was that? Watch yourself. Don't get hooked by that plug.
I'm not sure if he's ready for all this. I got a bath.
Oh, how awesome is this? Well, I was on the good end of the stick on that one.
I wasn't sure whether to back up or grab him.
How nervous were you there?
No, I like
I'm
this
worried
stuff.
about that plug hooking your hand.
Don't worry about that. Can do nothing but a flesh wound.
Nothing but a flesh wound. I don't want to have to be landing you as well.
If I can slide my hand up under his plate there, I can grab that.
Hang on, bud. Stuck.
He won't win this battle.
I say, son, I think you got him. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, good going. What a fish.
A thick fish.
How big do you think that fish is?
I'd say he's 115, maybe 120. It's a good fish, man.
Oh, God, how awesome was that?
A good one for your first plug fish.
That was awesome. Are you as surprised as I was that it came tight that soon?
I don't know if I'm surprised, but I'm happy. I'll show you something about a tarpon. Oh, he's happy.
You want him?
No, he's happy.
Okay, he's sinking.
Yeah.
That was way awesome.
Now we're tarpon fishing. That was good. Yeah,
So what'd you tie here?
tied a bimini.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, then about 5 feet of 40.
And that gives you something to grab on when the fish gets close?
Well, not only that, his tail beats and stuff, he's not wearing on your 20 pound. So he's gonna wear against his 40. That's gonna be rubbing against his body.
And then you have like 80 pound
80
there?
pound shock. About a foot of it. Little loop knot.
You got it. And what kind of plug is this?
This is a Rebel, long A, it's called.
A long A Rebel?
A long A. Got rattles in it.
They whacked that pretty good? The understatement of the morning. Rob, with most sports or acts of entertainment, the environment gets better. Do you foresee your fishery going away because of all the pressure in the boats? Or do you think because we're back here in relatively a remote area, it can remain the same, if not possibly even get, I don't know, even a little bit better?
Well, I think this area in general has two things going for it. One, we're in a national park, so the area itself can never be built up.
Mm-hmm.
The park itself is 1.8 million acres, a lot of that which is Everglades. Another thing, they've done a ton to restore the natural fresh water flow into this area, starting at the top of the Everglades, which isn't part of the park, but it's kind of the beginning of the chain.
Right.
And that's healthier than it's been in a lot of years.
So on paper and in theory, this fishery might get better because of the fresh water.
It could, and also I have seen an increase in things like sea trout and pompano and jack crevalle since they've banned the nets. So again, that I think banning the nets has helped all fishing, but here I've seen a huge increase in the trout and jacks and things like that, and it's got to help all the fishing.
I think it goes for the most part, you are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. Have you always been a fisherman? I know that you had aspirations of being a baseball player at one time.
I've fished since I was 4 or 5 years old. I actually started light tackle fishing at 6 and 7 years old. I started fly fishing when I was 8 and just fell in love with it. And I was fortunate enough to hook up with a couple of guys, Al Pfluger and Flip Pallett. They took me under their wing.
Wow, real legends.
Taught me a lot, you know, when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
And I was lucky enough to get a baseball scholarship to go to University of Tennessee. And I liked baseball. But every minute I was in Tennessee, I was missing being here in Florida fishing. And I knew when I came home, when I was done doing what I had to do, I was gonna fish.
It's funny because as we were talking, you know, you are what you are and you ain't what you ain't. For some reason, I think you're born to do something.
I agree. I agree with that.
And I've been a skier my whole life, but I would never have thought that there was something else in my life outside of my wife and children that would captivate my passion like fishing has.
Right.
Whether it be a fly rod or spin rod or throwing plugs, who cares? You know, just being out here in the environment and digging the world of fishing.
Sure. It's a love that runs deep if you really love it.
Yeah.
When the breeze began to freshen, Rob suggested we make a move inside to a shallow sheltered bay that would allow us to sight fish and hopefully throw the fly. Although the limited visibility made this style of fishing tougher than it normally would in the gin-clear waters of Islamorada, thankfully, some things never change, like the electric shock that runs through your body when a big poon inhales your fly.
You see him?
Right in here?
Yeah. Try that. Strip it. See him now?
No. Oh, I got him. He's got to be facing.
I can't tell which way he's facing.
I think he's facing towards us.
Strip it. Twitch it. Twitch it. Hit it. Hit him. Ah. Hit him. Ah. Good job, baby. Ah. Woo! Are we having fun yet?
Oh my God, look at that hole in the ocean he just put. Is he swimming?
He's coming. Hit him. Ah, shoot.
Some days you
God, I
just
had
feel
it
like
good,
you're
too.
snake bit. So I convinced Rob that it might change our luck if we swapped positions, and he took the bow while I manned the poling platform. It didn't take long before my hunch paid off in spades. Just when we least expected it, a slab-sided tarpon slurped Rob's fly, and we were off to the races again.
There he is, Andy. He ate it.
Good going, Bubba. Hang on.
Oh man, he's going now.
Whoa, that's a good fish.
That's a good fish. Big fish.
That is a wide body.
Man, you see that size of that fish jump? Jeez.
Hang on. Whoa, what a great fish that is.
Got him on the reel now.
An athlete fighting an athlete. That fish does not know what he's in for.
That's a real tarpon.
That's a full grown.
How'd you like to have that one in the Gold Cup?
Points on the board. Ah! The monocord came loose. Oh, that's too bad.
Ah!
That was a good go.
What is this?
Snake bit.
Are we?
Snake bit.
The poons have.
They don't like us. They don't want to
They've
come to
got
our
a curse
hands.
on us. Somebody has a curse on us.
While I sampled the park's resurging sea trout population, Rob offered up a vivid reminder why his uncanny nose for tarpon has quickly catapulted him into guiding's elite.
All right. Got him on?
Yep.
Woo! All right. Let me reel this in. One more chance for romance.
Yeah, man.
Let me slide this in here. I'm gonna leave you up on that bow.
Well, actually,
You weren't on the bow. You catch them on both sides of the boat, don't you? Let me put it this way. I'm not gonna let you fish without a rod. You can't just be pulling. You gotta be fishing.
That's a deal.
Here he comes. Good job. How sweet is that when they stay on after a jump?
Man.
I always hold my breath, you know?
I'll tell you something. We've needed all the help we can get keeping them on. I'm having fun.
Yeah, this is great. I'm having fun watching you pull on them.
This fish is tougher than some of the bigger fish we've had.
Now, do you always grab a fish when it's got a rapala in its face, or do you ever, like, are more cautious trying to avoid getting hooked yourself?
Definitely more cautious with a plug than like a fly, but.
Two great words in the world of fishing. Got him.
I'm not saying anything yet.
Well, I do remember when you grabbed that fish this morning, you did say, got him.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere. I believed you.
Well, I want to hear that out of your mouth in just a minute.
What a sight. Do you see where that plug is in his face?
Yeah. What's happened there, Andy?
You have no
is
angle.
The plug, the hook that was in his mouth has come out, and he's like hooked right here.
In the cheek?
Right in the cheek.
So you can't
So
do.
it's going to be hard. He's not going to want to open his mouth for you.
Okay.
Let me try and back him up a little bit. He didn't like that. He's not into skiing, I see.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about, where that lure is. It's amazing. Usually at this stage you can do something with them, but
Yeah, the problem is that plug has come out of his mouth and he's just being tough.
I'm gonna try to push the boat.
You smell him?
Yeah.
You smell him?
Yeah. Smells like a poon. But usually you don't notice that, do you?
No, that's what I mean.
Until you get him in the boat.
Yeah, that's not a normal situation. Or maybe that's me. Maybe we've been fishing for these things so much we're starting to smell like them. He just doesn't like you, man. Oh, let me lift his head up, right up to you.
Okay.
Easier said than done, but I'll try. Good job.
That's 80, right?
Tell you what, Andy.
No, I got it.
There you go, bud. I like that. You did that like a man.
Not yet. We haven't got him. I'm trying though. I got him now.
Good job, buddy. Good job. He's bigger
Give
than
me
I thought he
five.
was. Way to go.